Welcome back, times and newcomers alike, to 999. Last episode, Lotus explained a bunch of technical stuff while Junpei expressed his love of cleavage, and this episode we will continue on and hopefully finish this lab. He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blindsight was easy enough to guess, but he'd never heard the word prosopagnosia before.
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
Nope. What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's, nor even yours, so they can't recognize faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually, they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No. No, I don't think so. You've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same. Even though they've obviously got faces. It's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually. But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something to set it apart. And that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia, huh? Didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
Lotus's smile had something rather masochistic to it.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But it looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the Enter key. The program took only seconds to analyze the system. Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous, especially with those things. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged in a 3x3 square.
What the hell is that?
No idea. It looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming. See, the keyboard... nothing. So there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right? I did my part.
He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself. From here on out, he told himself he would rely on no one else. Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Alright, let's see if we can't look in our notes. Because there was that thing.
So when I press one of the panels, the colors of the ones next to it switch.
Oh, looks like there's some text here. All panels green equals unlock. Restriction, no more than 4 attempts. Will automatically reset after failure. In other words, I have to get all the panels green in less than 4 tries. Makes sense, because it's in the file. So, what we need to do is look for Clover's note. So 3 on the top left, 2 on the top right. Okay, hopefully I can look at that while I'm doing the panels here. That would be nice. Well, I guess that's all there is. Alright, cool. I should run over the instructions one more time. I'm dealing with the red and green panels here. When I touch one of the panels, some of the others will change color. There's a pattern to it. I need to get all the panels to turn green. I have to do it in 4 turns, 4 touches. It automatically resets if I go higher than that.
Alright, let's give this another shot.
Four touches your end. Okay, yes, shut up, Junpei. I don't care. Shut up. I need to look at the note again, because this is easy to figure out. Come on, shut up. I don't care. Don't care. I will fast forward you. I will fast forward you, game. Come on. Alright, now. So it looks like what it's going to be then is bottom right, top left, middle. 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 Da-da-da-da! Oh, yeah.
Alright, I solved it.
Did you hear a noise just now?
That was easy as crap.
Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking.
Where did it come from?
Like, you could have easily figured that out without the note, but the note just made it, like, basically follow the instructions easy. Where did it come from? We'll have to see. Alright.
Look, Junpei! The lights on the lockers are green.
Then we must have unlocked it with a computer puzzle.
Ah, what do we have?
There's more than one key in here.
This one is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it.
Ah, the Earth symbol, the key to our next room.
I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole in a door on the A deck.
Exactly, Junpei.
Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now.
Alright then, Earth key. I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now, as for the other key...
Alright, activation key, sweet. Now, let's go put that in the keyhole. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey Junpei, do you have a minute?
He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Why now, Clover? We're about to get out of the freaking room.
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. Well, he did tell me he had a furniture fetish, for the record. The more he had thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course she would have been worried about him. He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but... that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely at Junpei and turned to walk away.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, I mean,
You're
was he
talking
born?
about his eyes?
Yeah.
No. He wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got into an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is... it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm. Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Well, finally, we get to do some more puzzle work. Now let's take this key and activate this machine.
Key. The shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on.
What do we got?
Okay, the monitor is on.
Green screen, mother freaker.
And it's full of letters.
Oh, crap.
It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Clover then, because I think she'll probably be able to help here.
Junpei, thank you so much for everything.
Whoa, what's this all about?
And also, I'm sorry I messed up.
Hey, we can talk about this when we get you out, okay? Just hang on, Clover. I'm gonna get you out of there right away.
Yay!
I think this is the first time I've actually seen a genuine smile out of this chick. I agree with you. Alright. Okay, so look through the window, god dang it. Look through the window. Touch that. There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. Can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there are a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. What about this?
Junpei, this thing in here is on now.
Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little?
Okay, yeah. I'll turn this dial here. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened.
Well, maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. How about this? Okay, alright already. We got the point of that one. We read that a million times. What about this? This is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under this table. How about this? Got the scribblings from the table already. It's a rack. There are some cables on top of copper wire exposed. The wash basin, more commonly known as a sink. Stairs.
Those are the stairs I just came down. The bars and the gate are just above me.
Alright, do we have anything? No, we don't have any items. Okay. Looks like the control for an electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If we can get that light to turn green, then maybe we can get Clover back. Of course.
Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat.
It says power restored to experimental device. Okay. Can we click these? The only thing about the room that's changed is the lever is down now. Not very impressive. Okay, we read that already. Come on, nobody cares. Is there... No, we already looked over there. I'm gonna get Clover out of there, okay? That doesn't help me out any. There's gotta be something we gotta click in here.
Maybe if you increase the voltage?
Roger, will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage.
Oh god, Clover. You're a real daredevil.
Max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover! Aw, shit.
What? I think...
Oh! Crap!
Oh my god! The mannequin's head!
Oh. Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. No crap, he's freaking burning down there. God, what the hell?
Fire detected! Fire detected! The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately.
Oh snap, let's get the freak out of here. It's open, come on, Clover.
Junpei, look at the light.
Yes, it's green! The emergency system is activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover.
Junpei!
Come on, kid, jump! She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think.
Clover! Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Darn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk.
Of course I'm all right. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead.
Sorry, I was going as fast as I could.
You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire's not going to stay in that room forever.
So we shall. Let's go. We found it again. Oh yeah. Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one, he could feel his body begin to calm down.
All right, let's go.
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked. Soon, they had tried all the doors but one. The final door sat in a corner of the hallway. Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt the voice belonged to...
Junpei!
He spun around. There, at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them. June, Santa, and Seven. They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
Hey! What are you guys doing here?
What? But we didn't.
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Guys? Could you come over here?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found. There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the ship's interior.
It said C deck in the upper left corner. Most likely, they assumed it was a map for the floor they were on. Door 7 and... Door 8. The map confirmed what they'd already knew. Both doors eventually led to the hallway where they'd found themselves. In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said? Till we find that 9 door, Zero ain't gonna split us up. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we can't open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again. As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness. One by one, the others saw what he'd seen. As one, they'd all moved back towards the door Junpei only had a moment ago been ready to open. He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were. They were just where the map had said they would be. The same room they'd been in not so very long ago. A tremendous central hospital room with empty beds from wall to wall.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
He looked like everyone might, after only just waking up, but it seemed like his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my show of altruism. I'm sure you'll be back for me. I did hope you would come back, but I confess I didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again, and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
7 smiled.
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found in the operating room. Here.
7 tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei. He caught it and found that the object was a key. On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to a 4, or a 21. I can see a 21. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, I got it.
Well, I've got something for you too, then. Here. It's the Saturn keycard. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored. As a group, they now had 3 keys that had not been used. The Earth key, which had been found in the laboratory. The Jupiter key, which 7 had just handed to Junpei. The Saturn keycard, which Lotus had just handed to Junpei. Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then next to the stairs...
Wait!
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look. You saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just leads us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's going on the other side of the door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were more tears in her eyes, but she glared at 7 as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. 7 looked everywhere in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So, 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At last, he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gonna be. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Well, didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if the answer made much more sense and pulled a lever on the red.
Okay, let's go.
The door opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right. We should get moving, too.
Huh?
Get moving?
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
I get it. We're going to see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
They were at the end of the hallway, lined by individual hospital rooms. The Jupiter symbol was engraved on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei. Open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock.
Alright. Ready, guys?
We sure are. And we'll have to continue this next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite. Next episode, we get to see what's behind this door with the Jupiter key.